Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon shredder. I think this guy was a Target exclusive. I don't know, that's how I got it, and then it sold out, so I'm guessing that's what it was. But this is what the packaging looks like. It's Start Shredding the News, Turtles, Brewers Club, whatever. You'll be able to look it up if you need to try to find this guy. As far as I know, it's a Target only thing so far. How long that'll last, who knows. But this is the new shredder. It's a different build than the previous shredders, which they reused a ton for shredder and the foot and everything. So it's a good thing. I think a lot of people are probably interested in this, so I'm going to review it. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. Like I said, it's got all this goofy stuff on the front, but otherwise it's a nice package, some cool artwork. You see some guys in the background. Yeah, it's your usual. Man, there's a sword there. I wish he came with a sword. He didn't come with a sword. But yeah, it's your usual NECA packaging with the window on the front, a photo there, and big old window right there, which is fine. Let's do a question of the day. Even if you're not into packaging, like obviously if you collect figures in the package, then you care about packaging. If you don't, how much does the packaging matter to you? For me, it matters almost zero. It's nice to have a nice package, of course. But if I'm not keeping it, I would rather the money be spent elsewhere. So let me know how you guys fall on that topic. Alright, this guy stands just about 17.5 centimeters, not counting the tippity top of the helmet, and that's going to make him roughly, we'll call it 6 7/8 inches. Here he is up against the Marvel Legends Darwin, so you could fudge him in if you wanted. He's a little big. He's either pretty small for 7-inch or a little big for... He's like right in the middle. It's a weird size. The turtles, I believe, are closer to the 6-inch scale, so I don't know for the cartoon turtles. Maybe they're bigger. I don't know. You could probably do some fudging. Okay, so this guy. I couldn't find my other shredders. Like, I have a big bin of NECA stuff because I don't have anything on display right now, and I didn't see any shredders. So I'll just put the review up there, or it'll be in the description below if you want to find it down there. But it's a bigger, beefier shredder with some new articulation. Or more modern articulation, I should say. First thing I noticed is, yeah, it looks like a normal NECA shredder, that's fine. But this right here, his cape, I thought it looked weird, and I couldn't quite place it because I wasn't really, checking. But then I looked at the box that they provided, which is so nice, and I was like, oh, his neck is supposed to show, and that's the problem. His neck doesn't show, and even when you pop the head off, which I guess I can do that, it's actually kind of... Oh man, hold on. Swapping this guy's heads is not fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're gonna want to use some heat on that, or hit the gym first. So they have the neck in there, which is a nice sculpt. That looks good. They didn't have to do all that, but you can obviously remove the cape if you want to, so that's good. But they stitched it up here so that you can't slide it down far enough. You can't bring his neck or his cape low enough on his neck that you can actually expose the neck. You're gonna have to cut that off or something to make the cape look good. And the cape is actually pretty crap, if you ask me. It's spandex, and that's fine, but it's thin and it's not bunched up nicely, and it looks cheap. Like, NECA's done soft goods for a long time. Their capes have been decent. This one looks cheap. It looks poorly put together, and it is kind of poorly put together. Mine's stitched up funny. I had an extra chunk of material over here that I had to cut off. It's just not as nice as some of the previous things that they've done. Let me see how he looks without the cape on. Oh my gosh, that is a tight joint. Golly. Alright, so it looks to me like it's going to be a no-go without the cape, probably. Yeah, he looks a little iffy. I was going to say the head sits a little bit high on this figure, and it's really obvious when the cape's not there. It looks pretty dorky, pretty goofy. So aesthetically, that's a problem. You're going to have to do the cape here, or do a custom one, or grab one off of a different figure that they've made, a different shredder. So that's an issue. Otherwise, it's your standard NECA paint job. Everything's painted. Maybe not the black parts on the legs, but otherwise it's painted nicely with the cartoon styling, with the black lines. All the paints are pretty opaque. The whites are decent. The grays are decent. It's not the cleanest paint job, but it definitely will do. It's fine. And for the price, it's probably not quite there, but it's good enough, I guess. I mean, people know what they're getting with NECA at this point, and they cost a little bit more, but they tend to have more unique sculpts, and they're covered in paint, so I guess it's fine. So yeah, aesthetically speaking, it's alright. It's definitely a nice enough upgrade. The face paint is okay. I will say that the eyes are probably a little bit wide for the sculpt. The paint isn't quite lined up, but it's all right. And then I did notice one other thing. The way they did the black lines on the torso, well, the two that I have, and they're exactly the same, so I'm guessing they're all like this. The center line is in the center of the sculpt, but the pec lines are not. They're off center. This one goes over into the armpit. This one stops early, and then they're not centered here. It's not a huge deal, but it doesn't look great because like we're paying mostly for paint here. So yeah, it's fine. I think NECA's been slipping a lot in the last couple years, and this one feels like it's not as good as it could be. It feels okay. I'll give it a 7 for the aesthetics. And as far as accessories go, it's your typical NECA fare. We have a few different heads. We have the normal head, then we have the other helmeted head, which is the helmet's not centered. You could adjust that with moving the fin piece, but it's not centered, so be aware of that. Then you have the unhelmeted head, which they all look pretty nice. That's good. Decent spread of hands in addition to the fist hands. We have some gripping hands with a vertical joint, which is nice, but as the package showed, it would be nice for Shredder to have a sword, and he does not have a sword. He only has this gun as far as weapons go, and while it's painted and sculpted nicely, I just don't care about that. I want a sword, so that's a bit annoying. As far as other accessories go, we have the picture frame, the book, the chef's hat, some really crappy money, a pretty crappy necklace, and a pretty nice floppy drive. So I'm guessing most people don't care about most of those accessories, but if you do, let me know. But it's a fine spread. I will go 8 out of 10 for accessories. The fact that he doesn't have a sword or any weapon other than that goofy gun is kind of irksome. Alright, like I said, I feel like NECA's been slipping lately. I don't know. And then I guess they've had a lot of problems with customer service, like more than before. And there's been some change-ups in people, I don't know, it seems like there's a problem over there. That's my hunch, I don't know for sure at all. I haven't dealt with NECA in a long time. Okay, so let's talk about the articulation. Did they make it real nice and fancy since it's a brand new figure? We have double ball peg for the head. I mean, maybe if I heat it up I can get extra range out of it, but it sure doesn't feel like it. It just feels like it doesn't have a ton of range. It's just enough to bobble around above the cape on that really long neck. So that's a bit of an issue. The shoulder pads are connected to the torso, so they look fine as long as you don't want to move the arms. And then when you go to move the arms, they're fine out to the side, of course, but moving the arms forward, if you lift it up, it's fine, but it's like it's twisting the metal shoulder pad and the spikes, and that's just lazy. The shoulder pads should be connected to the arms, or be connected like back here or something so that they don't twist up like that, and they're gonna just tear off if you go too far. So I don't feel like that was thought through enough. Bicep swivel is fine. It's okay. Pretty gappy on the outside, but it's alright. Double jointed elbow. By the way, this is pinless. NECA doesn't typically do pinless. And you get a decent joint. It bends pretty well. Looks decent. So that's alright. So if you're really into pinless, they did do that. Alright. And then you get the forearm swivel, which is nice. You can move the blades. So that's pretty cool. And then the wrists have a swivel and a hinge, of course, too. That's pretty good. Torso joint on this guy. It's incredibly limited. Leaning forward and back is super minimal for no reason. Side to side, super minimal. Rotation, super minimal. You do get a waist twist up here, but there's no reason for his articulation to be so limited. Like, yeah, okay, they lean into the sculpt. It's already cut there. Just make the joint work. This is a soft piece, but it's connected, so that's not going to go anywhere. Bringing the legs out to the side, you immediately have to stretch the diaper. And, I mean, you can do that, but there's a lot of material there, and it's fairly heavy PVC that you're not getting, like, I'm not even at 45 degrees yet, and it's already fighting. So, that sucks. Bring the legs forward, same thing. Like, there's no reason for the limitations. Like, if you're going to make a new shredder, and you're going to have the joints there, make them freaking work. Especially when they're hidden. It wouldn't hurt the sculpt. So, that sucks. Like, yeah, you can force it to do a little bit more, but not much. Going back out to the side, I mean, going back is almost nothing. Thigh swivel is there, but almost nothing. Double jointed knees, again, pinless. Decent knees, decent proportioning, that's acceptable, that's fine. Good range. You do get your boot swivel here, which is nice. And then for the ankle, it goes pretty far back and a little bit forward, and you get a crooked ankle rocker, but it rotates, so that's okay. The problem I have is either mine was glued on wrong, or they just made them wrong. When you line up the shin armor with the knee, this foot is perfectly straight, so that's nice. This one, the foot sticks out at like 15-degree angle. I don't want that. Are they all like that, or is this just glued on crooked? Either way, it's ugly. So, yeah, his articulation is not even good. Like, I'm pretty sure the previous shredder worked better. This one looks a little nicer, but his articulation is underwhelming in every way. I'll give the articulation a 5 out of 10 because it's not even justified. Like, I normally give NECA some leeway on their articulation because their figures look better. I mean, generally they favor the aesthetic over articulation, but this guy has the joints. They just don't work. Oh my gosh. Man. So, time for the final verdict on this guy. Is it a better shredder? Yeah, in some ways, for sure. And it's like, it's gonna look better on the shelf, especially if you fix that cape. It looks better. The sculpt is better, for sure. He's not scrawny. But it's not a very good action figure. For NECA's thing being the aesthetic, they didn't put much effort into it. Not really. And the accessories, there's a bunch that I'm pretty sure nobody's going to care about at all, and none that, or at least no weapon that anybody's going to really want. And the articulation, despite being there, doesn't work well. So to me, this is a very underwhelming release. It's fine. But did anybody want the updated Shredder to be just fine? I didn't. I wanted this to be a really cool figure, and it's not at all. It's not fun to handle. It's stiff and loose and doesn't pose well. So yeah, I'm going to give it an overall rating of 6 out of 10. It's good enough, I guess, but it's really not what I was hoping it would be. I thought NECA would do a really good Shredder since they haven't done one like this in like, I don't know, 15 years, a new sculpt. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. I'm looking forward to those other new Shredders that they showed, the comic ones. Those will be cool. But this one, not doing it for me. I'm curious what you guys think. So let me know in the comment section below. But that's going to do it for me. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.